check your eye. Yeah. Conversation and sample flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stop with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again, and this time we're going to talk about, it's a special edition, this one. Very special because we're talking about the special one, Mr. RATHA Mokhatlhe, Uncle Rakas, you know, the presiding officer in the sense of Mayor trial, the current presiding officer. Tell me, do you think RATHA Mokhatlhe, Judge RATHA Mokhatlhe, the honorable one, is a fair judge? Do you think so? Tell me your feelings in the comments below. But do that after you watch what I have for you in this edition. Check it out. We're going to lay down about 5 or 6 incidents which brought questions to my mind. I don't know about you, but to me they brought questions to my mind. And then the first one, the very first one is the one that I think is the one that made me lose all my trust in Judge RATHA Mokhatlhe. You'll understand why after you watch it. Now, I have talked about this one in my previous videos, right? There's a previous video that I did that I talk about this incident. Now, here we talk about it again so that the new people to my channel, the kings and queens who are new to this channel, will get to see what we have been accustomed to seeing from Mr. Mokhatlhe. Now, the first one, we're going to start with the Oscar Pistorius trial. The Oscar Pistorius distortion that was, what can I say, gifted to us by RATHA Mokhatlhe, right? We never asked for that. But before we do that, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Now, let's get right into it. The Senzo Mayor trial is a very serious matter, right? And we're expecting anybody who's up there, who's presiding over the case, to be stand-up guy, straight up, honest, no distortion and all that. But now, I'm going to give you these incidents so that you can make up your mind and tell us what you think. The first one is the Oscar Pistorius trial. You remember when he said the Oscar Pistorius iPhone was not able to be decrypted, right? I went into, because I doubted that, because I had heard during the trial of Oscar Pistorius messages being read, right? Let's take it for instance, let's say the messages were read from River Stenkamp's phone. She still was holding an iPhone, I believe so. Now, where do you think they got those messages from? An iPhone was cracked, right? Or was open somehow. Whether via a court order or whatever, but it was open. Now, particularly on the Oscar Pistorius case, his iPhone, in the first video I didn't outline that they took his phone to the US to be cracked at the iPhone headquarters. In the first video, what I did was just show you a snippet from the XYR company, right, on their YouTube channel. A snippet of one of their technicians cracking an iPhone, just to show that an iPhone is crackable. Now, in this case of Oscar Pistorius, he first gave them a wrong password, and then after that, when they realized they were not winning with his password, they made an application, I think, to iPhone, and then they were called there. The phone was cracked and messages were read. Right. Now, listen to this one and tell me what you think. RATHA Mokhatlhe just blatantly distorting this truth. Why was he doing that? This story was not invited from anyone. But He was doing it trying to convince the defense that hence Senzomiwa's phone was not able to be decrypted. It's the case with Oscar Pistorius' phone. Before I go lolo with this one, check it out.
Today we're looking at XRY and mainly Apple targeted extraction. Fill in your relevant case details if required, and then we start the extraction. So what is Apple targeted going to bring back for you? Here is a quick brief reminder on the screen. You're obviously going to get more detail if the device is jailbroken, but nevertheless, you're still going to retrieve relevant content for a quick extraction, even on non-jailbroken devices. And you can check the list of what is supported and what is not supported on our website.
Information that whom did this device belong? The device belonged to Miss Zandile Kumalo. Yes.
You're not getting your phone.
Shall I proceed? Yes. The Apple phone packaged in serial bag number PA 500 208 7781 could not be downloaded because the pin was active and not provided because it belonged to the deceased.
Okay. The Apple phone yona ke eyayifakwe kule bag enenumber ePA 50020877781 yona ke akuzange kwazekeke ukuthi i-download ngoba ipin yakhona yayisasebenza futhi ke angizange ngiyithole noma itholakale ipin ngoba iphone leyo kwakuyifone kaMufi.
Now, these articles will show you that there's a couple of ways to obtain data or your password from the iPhone company. The most important one being the court order. Now, these articles show you a family which was forced to obtain a court order just to obtain a password. Now, I'm not going to read all of them. Please pause the video to read them carefully.
From these devices that we have mentioned in paragraph 3, the problem you only device that we have mentioned in paragraph 3, the problem you only had was in respect of Nokia N8. Is that correct? N8, you see paragraph 7.
Yeah.
That you failed to extract from the device. That's the only device that gave you problems. The rest you were able to download.
That's not correct.
Okay, what is the correct position?
Akusona ke qiniso ukuthi N8 kuphela ke yanginikeza inkinga.
I mentioned to the court that in respect of the deceased phone, I could not download it because it has a PIN code.
Ngikushilo ke la enkantolo ukuthi iphone yakho Mufi angizange ngikwazi ukuthi nayo ngisebenze ngayo ngoba ke yayine PIN code.
Okay, so it's the one referred to in paragraph 7 and the one referred to in paragraph 9. Those are the two that you couldn't access the download.
Yes, that's correct.
For the first one.
Ilawo mabili ke amafoni engazange ngikwazi ukuthi ngisebenze ngawo.
Okay. The one for the deceased is the one that is referred to in paragraph 9. Am I correct?
Correct.
Ile khulunywa ngayo ku paragraph 9 ekaMufi.
Were you then at a later stage be able to download the deceased cell phone?
No.
Akukho ke la kamuva ke ngakwazi ukuthi ngisebenze ngayo noma ngidownload ekaMufi.
At all?
At all.
Angikazi nje.
In other words, what I want to find out from you is that if a person says the cell phone has been robbed in a crime scene, this is the number, this is the type of the device that has been robbed. Do you understand that?
Yes, I follow you.
Can you be able to trace any data information on that device when it is not there with you?
No, I can't.
You can't.
Uma cell phone ingekho phambi kwami angikwazi ukuthi ngingasebenza noma ngingathola nje idatha ngayo uma ingekho phambi kwami.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Yeah, my inquiry is about the encryption. Is it not so that iPhones, the headquarters are in New York?
That's correct, my lordship.
Right.
Now, why is the judge inspired to twist the information? It's clearly Apple Park and California.
Don't we have a license? I know the manufacturers normally would license particular police agencies to decipher and download information. We don't have. Why I say this, you remember the Distortions case?
Yes, I
We did
remember.
not have such licensing. Consequently, his phone was not able to be decrypted. So we don't have a license to do that.
As far as I know, my lordship, in South Africa, we don't have. It must be shipped back to UK, and they will know, because it's their product, what to do with it.
Ngokwazi kwami ke ilicense yokuthi singasebenza ngayo ke nanjengoba lana kwenziwa isibonelo ngecase kaPistorius ukuthi akuzange bakwazi ukuthi basebenze ngayo ngoba ilicense ingekho, kufanele ukuthi sithathe ke siyise eUK ngoba bona ke ibona abazi ngcono ngayo.
Okay, thank you.
That you were able to extract. Well,
That's great.
you extracted a lot, but that you thought might be relevant.
That's great, my lady. Just to indicate to the court, if I get to the first page, the messages or chats that I extracted between the accused and the deceased was 1,709 chat messages. There are a lot of things that could make us both feel like again, an outgoing message from the deceased to the accused, I'm just very honest. Another outgoing message from the deceased to the accused, I won't always think before I say something. Just appreciate that I'm not a liar.
And then the accused responded.
That's correct, my lady. The deceased received a message from the accused reading, I know.
Now, the second one is the comment that got black lawyers riled up. Is this how black lawyers react, how behave, whatever, however we put it? Now, after that comment and after the riling up, after the outcry from the Black Lawyers Association, he was forced, I don't know, I think he was forced to read an apology in court, right? And you could see that apology when it was being read. It was like, to me, it seems like somebody wrote it for him and told him, read that, just read that. And he read it, because the way he read it, you can see he was comprehending the message at the same time while he was reading. Now, forget about him being given a message to write or whatever. It might have been his message, but 3-4 days later, he eventually told us the truth. He was not happy with that apology when he said, last week, Mr. Ngomzulu became absent again from court. And then he told us, the last time I was forced to apologize for something that I believe I was right. Check it out. So, to me, I believe he's retracting his apology. Anyway, that's me. Check this one out first. Let's go to the third one. Check this one out first. Tell me what you think. All of them combined into one. The three incidents. The rude message to the black lawyers, the apology, the retraction of the apology. Check it out.
about the conduct of black lawyers. Mokgotleng slammed defense attorney Thulani Mgomezulu for failing to pitch during proceedings on Wednesday. We're going to be getting some insights and more on their reaction from the president of the Black Lawyers Association, Nkosana Mvundlela, shortly. Before I speak to him, let's take you back to the courtroom and listen to what Judge Mokgotleng actually said.
Is this how lawyers, black lawyers, maybe we should just tell the truth. Is this how black lawyers behave? Yeah. Some of them, maybe I should qualify that. How can you tell a judge that you are unable to proceed today because the two witnesses, which you said were short witnesses, yes, he doesn't know what they said. He has to read the evidence of those two witnesses, prepare and come here. Thereafter he comes and says, you know what, I don't have a problem with the evidence of those two witnesses. Black lawyers, maybe we should just tell the truth. Is this how black lawyers behave? Yeah. Some of them, maybe I should qualify that.
The Black Lawyers Association then took offense over the remarks, requesting an audience with Mokgotleng.
Me, on reflection, and after some thoughts, I admit that my comments could be interpreted as intemperate, ill-advised, ill-considered, and offensive. And if that is the perception of the accused and their representatives and persons outside, even the public and the BLA, then I want to state that I unreservedly, without any conditions, withdraw the comments which I made in that Wednesday afternoon because of the events that played out here. And also, if I caused any offense to any person or organization, I also unreservedly apologize. And I also apologize also to the judge president of this division, Mr. Mlambo, and the DJP of this division, Mr. Aubrey Letwaba, and if needs be also the Chief Justice, the judiciary, my colleagues, and even the Judicial Service Commission.
The Black Lawyers Association is
This, my lord. My lord, this morning I received a call from Mr. Mgomezulu, my lord.
You received a call?
Yes, my lord.
Yeah.
From Mr. Mgomezulu, my lord.
Okay.
He said I must apologize on his behalf that he's sick. He had to go to the doctor and he asked that I stand in for him, my lord. And he will do a cross-examination when he comes back. Thank you, my lord.
He'll do what?
His cross-examination when he comes back. Yes, my lord.
And he's acting for accused number one?
For number one, yes, my lord. As the court
interpret that, Mr. Jonas. Mr. Silia? My sister, Miss Rose Selika, has just given me a letter which is addressed to her, not me. I remember the last time when I had to apologize for what I think was correct, that an advocate doesn't tell the judge, look at, he tells you, he phoned you, is that not so?
Yes, my lord.
He can't phone the judge. He writes to my registrar, he can't write to me. What do you think about that?
I think, my lord, procedurally we will communicate via the registrar for the judge.
No, you don't.
Unless we have been...
When you tell the judge that you are not available, I must ask him...
Lord, procedurally we will communicate via the registrar for the judge.
No.
Now, the third one. Remember when he tried to cancel Mohane's evidence that They went to Phuket police station. He tried to convince Mr. Munyek that Mukhane and Mukhola and Brigadier Gininda, they met at Phuket police station instead of Mukhane's version, which he put using the AVL, said they went straight to Mtanzi's house. And remember, there was a little confusion there because a few days later, after Mokhane gave that evidence, without that stop at the police station, but we read that stop at the police station into the record. So it's a contradiction there. I was just trying to quell that contradiction. But Munyeki was standing his ground. He was not buying. He killed me when he said, that's not Mokhane's evidence. Do you like trying to get a yes from Nick? Now, check it out. Tell me what you think. What was he trying to do here?
Escorting us, my lord, to the resident of accused number 2.
Mhlawumbe 19 kuJune 2020 safika lapha e-police station sathola uSergeant Mukhane nomabhena and then emva kwalokho-ke kwasekulungiswa-ke abangasiphelezela ukuya la kuhlala khona umsolo.
Therefore, my lord, we departed from Phuket police station to the resident of accused number 2.
Lokho kuchaza ukuthi sasuka la e-police station siya la kuhlala khona umsolo sibili.
Madam, let me also tell you that Sergeant Mukhane also produced an AVL report that also confirmed his own version that according to them or according to that AVL report, they never went to Phuket police station. They actually went straight to the residence of accused number 2.
Sergeant Mukhane waveza i-AVL ekhombisayo ukuthi vele efuthe emsekela ekutheni abazange baqala ukuya e-police station kodwa baqala ukuya la kuhlala khona umsolo wesibili.
My lord, sorry, I don't think you listened to Makhane's evidence. Makhane's evidence was, it is practice for police when they enter a different jurisdiction from theirs to go and announce their presence there and even ask for escortment because we are not familiar with the area. That's Makhane's evidence.
My lord,
sorry, did you hear him say that?
My lord, I maintain that that is what he said. We can go to the records, my lord. I know for sure.
Okay.
That is what he said. To that effect, my lord, he at that stage he was even leading evidence based on the AVL report that actually showed the address of accused number 2.
Okay. Yes, what's your answer, ma'am?
My lord, I still maintain that we found them at the police station, my lord, and departed from there to where accused number 2 was staying, my lord, together with the police van, my lord, from Phuket police station.
The fourth one, sorry, is when he admonished, in fact, I don't know if he was trying to trick Mnisi into reopening the trial within a trial after Mnisi had some things that they wanted to put in place on record based on that. He said, here is a contradiction. Here he contradicted himself because he said he can Meromoto open the trial within a trial, right? He can do it. It's a once in a thing, it's a once in a lifetime thing, like something like it's a rare situation, doesn't happen often, right? You'll get it from the video, from the snippet, right? Now, it's not even a minute later, he comes back, contradicts himself and say, it happens all the time. In the High Court, but people open cases and say, RATHA, when he was presiding over my case, didn't know the law. Check it out and tell me what you think. What was he trying to do here? Right. This is just a small contradiction that I'm putting in just to show you that sometimes he said he listens, but I doubt if he ever listens to himself. Check it out.
So what must I do?
Because, my lord, the
give me the
state, when it
authority,
did
Mr.
that-
Minister. No,
Yes.
just give me the authority. Fine.
In
I told
respect-
you,
in
give me the
respect of which
authority and
aspect,
prepared
my
to
lord?
listen. Because I don't know of any procedure like that. Never.
In
I've
any
never-
event, my lord, I think the court was correct in saying that the court is prepared to reopen the
Yes,
case.
because I'm a fair man.
So that these
I'm
issues
very,
should,
very
yes,
fair.
I can
That's
say, my
why
lord,
the
yes.
court can Miromoto open it.
This is the part he will soon contradict. The which is unprecedented part.
Yes,
Which is unprecedented in our law, by the way.
Yes, my lord.
It's unprecedented.
Yes.
I'm prepared to do it
Yes,
for
ma'am.
fairness.
As it
So
is
that
the court,
nobody
ma'am.
must complain that, "Ay, mina ngigobele esakeni, hey, the judge, hey." Prepared. I'll make an addendum. What is your view, Mr.
As it is
My Lord, we propose that the matter be adjourned. We'll address those issues. We'll have a chapter on public documents, the admissibility of public documents, section 234, the evidence of the witnesses, whether those documents have been proven. Hence, we were objecting against the process that Advocate Nisi is embarking upon. They should address that issue in their heads, my Lord.
Yeah, so what your view is they shouldn't reopen the state case. I mean, their cases.
Yes.
No, they can open it. Mr. Nisi, you can reopen your client's case. This court says you can. If there's something very critical you think it will affect your preparation and debate and submissions, you can reopen the defense case. And I'm even prepared to do it now so that Monday you come with whatever submissions you want based on after reopening the case.
Yes, because he's arguing the question of weight to be attached to certain documents, which is a matter of argument, my Lord.
Okay, you're at liberty to reopen your case on Monday, okay? And bring the authorities.
I'm not here on Monday, my lord.
Where are you now?
I'm somewhere else, my lord. I'm not available on Monday, but I would request somebody to come and stand in for me.
Mr. Masipidili, because this concerns your clients, Mr. Ramasipidi and Mr. Mgomezulu, what are you saying?
I was caught off guard.
Hello?
I was caught off guard.
No, you know the law, man.
Yes, but my
You
lord,
reopen the case. Okay, if the case is closed, you can't address the court.
May I just...
On the procedural aspects which you just let go. You apply to reopen the case, and if the application has merit, the court grants it.
Now it has changed. It happens every day.
It happens every day, even in the Supreme Court.
Now, the fifth one. The fifth one is another rude comment. When he said 12 o'clock, when Boli was asking something about the time, he said 12 o'clock. That's how black people talk. This, I can group it under many of his comments where he's, what I can say, according to me, is looking down on the black, I don't know, anything generally black. One of them, let me just read them out for you. One, when he was looking down on the indigenization of European knowledge. He made some wayward comments about that. And then the second one is when he said even in apartheid there were principles, there were laws, something like that. Laws which were covering who? Now, the other one, this Pala comments, when he talked about some parliamentarians attacking the president in parliament, it's a lot. Just check it out. The one when he said 12 o'clock.
Or 1400 hours, madam.
12 o'clock.
12. That's a good place.
That's how black people talk. 12 o'clock.
Now, Here's another one. This one is tricky because this is very crucial evidence. In this instance, he was trying to trick Baloyi, in fact Numalo. He was trying to trick Numalo into accepting his input into the results of the DNA. This is when Numalo was questioning the DNA expert, right? In fact, he was not even questioning the DNA expert. He was putting something to Mohola based on the DNA's expert's conclusions, right? What Mohane couldn't answer it because RATHA came in and said, no, the DNA expert didn't say that. The DNA expert said inconclusive. His results were inconclusive. But it was not, it was on the contrary. I'll include all of those clips where he tried to convince Numalo, and then Numalo came back because he told him he would look into the record, came back after looking into the record the following day, and he found out no, the DNA expert actually said excluded, which is similar to what Numalo was saying when he was saying negative, when RATHA was saying inconclusive. The DNA expert explicitly said there can never be inconclusive results. It's either you are included or excluded. What was he trying to do here? Tell me. And up to so far, after all these incidents, do you think still RATHA is fair?
The death of Senzo Meyiwa is a very serious matter because
Sibia, we have 13 and 14, we are not reading in there. So I will continue and do the head with the reference sample of Sibia as well. On the head, also Sibia has XY, and on the head we can see we have XY. We are able to read him there.
So nage isikoko siyabona ukuthi sino XY nakuye nage usibiya uXY lapho ke singatsho ke ukuthi ke iyamhlanganisa.
And then we go to the next DNA region D8S1179. On the head we have 14 and 15. On Sibia we have 13 and 14. We are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke kusona isikoko sino 14 no 15 usibiya u13 kanye no 14 okusho ukuthi asimfake lapho.
On D21S11, on the head we have 28, 31, and 31.2. On Sibia we have 21, 29, and 31, of which we are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke sino 28 kusona isikoko 28, 31 no 31.2 kuye usibiya u29 no 31 nalapho ke ayimfake.
So we go to the next DNA region, which is D7S820. You will see on the head we have 8, 10, and 14. On Sibia we have 11 and 11, of which we are excluding him there.
Bese kuthi ke landelayo ke sona isikoko sino 8, 10 no 14 kuye usibiya 11 no 11 okusho ukuthi ke ayimfake.
On the head, on CSF1PO, that is the region of the DNA. On the head we have 8, 10, 12 and 13. Sibia has 11 and 12, so we are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi ku CSF1PO sino ekwisikoko sino 8, 10, 12 and 13 kusibiya sino 11 no 12 okusho ukuthi ke ayimfake.
Captain, if you can go back to D5.
So we go to 818. On the head we have 11, 12 and 13, and then Sibia has 12 and 12. We are reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke kwisikoko kufundeka 11, 12 no 13 kuya noSibiya 12, 12 iyamfaka.
So the last one is FGA. On the head we have 22 and 23, and then Sibia has 22 and 25, of which we are not reading.
Kuyogcina ke FGA kusona isikoko 22, 23 uSibiya 22, 25 ayimhlanganisi.
So in how many loci did you read him?
is about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6.
Lezi u6 ke ezimfaka noma ke ezimhlanganisayo noma ama-region ke amhlanganisayo.
So in that case, my lord, it means Sibiya is excluded on both the swap and the head as well.
Lokho okusho ukuthi ke uSibiya kuyona iswap nakusona ke isiqhoko naye ke uyakhishwa.
It's page 4.
So I will go to page 4. Basically, the fact that I read you in, not in all the DNA regions, it has significance, because if I don't read you in all the DNA regions, it means you are excluded. For us to include you, we need to include you in all the DNA regions.
Ufuzo lwakho uma kuthathwa amasampuli kanjalo luvelele kuma region wonke we DNA. Uma ngabe wonke lama region ke ufuzo lwakho aluveleli, futhi ke wena ke awufakwa kuleyo DNA okanye kulezo izivivinyo ze DNA.
Thank you, Madam.
Thanks. Sir, have you ever heard of an inconclusive DNA test?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Yebo, ngeke ngakuzwa lokho ke okukhulunywa ke ngevivinyo engazange zaqedwa.
Because as I'm listening to your evidence, there are symbols which you attribute to what you call regions. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord.
And then, for instance, you make a conclusion that you have identified the occurrence of certain symbols in a particular sample of a donor 10 times, let's put it like that.
Yes, my lord.
And then, let's say 4 of those tests did not indicate any DNA. It was inconclusive, right?
Yes.
And then in 4, you say those symbolism of the regions is excluded. Is that not so? Look, you say 16. You say 16 is the paramount figure, right?
Yes, my lord.
In the test which you have concluded, as I was listening to you,
yes,
you say, for instance, a certain person is included, as you say, you read
yes,
that person into the testing of that DNA test, right?
Yes.
6 times, for instance, right?
Yes, yes.
And then you say, in 4 other occasions, I did not read him or her into that equation. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord.
So is that not an inconclusive result?
No, my lord.
Okay.
And inconclusive, we don't really say inconclusive, we say no conclusion.
I see.
Yeah, so it's where we are missing you in one. Basically, we say if we miss you in 1 or 2. So if we miss you in 1 or 2, then we will say is no conclusion. We will say we can't make a conclusion whether we are including you or excluding you.
Right.
Yes.
Obviously, the high watermark of fingerprints, right? In terms of identification of a person.
My lord, I'm not...
I know you're not an expert,
Yeah,
but I can tell you that the standard of proof in a fingerprint evidential matter is that there must be 7 points. 7 points of identification. If they're not, even if you can have 6, you can't say this person is a person who is named RATHA, even if he has 6 points of identification which are similar. As long as it is not 7, they say it is not identification beyond the requirement of proof. Are you with me?
Yes, my lord.
Is it not the same concept?
It's the same concept with us as well, to say that if we don't include you in all the 16 regions, you are not included.
Yes.
Yona leyo ngqobo okukhulunywa ngayo enkantolo ekhuluma ngayo kakhulukazi ama-fingerprints ukuthi ke uma ngabe ke kuyovivinywa ke ama-fingerprint okanye kuthathwe iminwe bese ke ku-checkwa ke amaphuzu lawa angaba u-7 amayelana ke okanye okuyizona iy'nkomba zokuthi lama fingerprint womuntu mhlambe othize uma ngabe lawo maphuzu awu7 veleli wonke mayelana ke nalokho okuvivinywayo kuyothiwa ke kusho ukuthi akusuyena kumele avele o7 wonke kanti ke leyo ngqubo ke iyo lesetshenziswayo nangapha kuma DNA uma ngabe lama region awu16 awavezi ukuthi wonke o16 kanjalo aveza ke inambolo yomuntu othize uma ngabe leyo nambolo ayivezwa kulawo ma region awu16 kanjalo sithi ke lo muntu uyakhishwa akafakwa ngamanye amazwi.
Yeah, quite so. Have you ever conducted
kulawo ma region awu16 kanjalo sithi
in any of the DNA symbolism? Have you ever done that? Where you say there are 16 points of none.
No, my lord. I haven't seen where you will exclude a person in all the 16.
Quite.
You will ultimately get him 1 or 2.
That's it.
Yes.
So DNA coincides in all the tests you have made. Is that not so? Particles of DNA coincided in all the tests you have made. Can I make that statement?
My lord, if you can just clarify what you mean.
For instance, in one of the tests you said there were identification points in your testing of regiments.
Yes.
On about, I think, 6.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? 6.
So what it meant is there are some regions where that person characters, you can see them in the mixture, but for you to conclude that that person is a contributor to that particular mixture, you need to read him not in 6, but in all of them.
Yeah, quite. I'm with you.
Yes.
Like, for instance, in identical twins, is that not so?
Yes, in the identical twins.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you. Any questions arising?
None, my lord.
I've got none.
Thank you, madam. Let's watch some more. Here's the last one. Remember, this one happened just a few days ago, right? Remember when he tried to wipe off the evidence of Madhala, and the evidence of that boy, Mtoko, when he said he never heard about a revolver being mentioned in court. So this guy is always saying that he's lessons, right? So how come he missed the evidence of Mtoko when he even ended up amending his statement on that revolver part? How did he miss that? How did he miss Tumelo Madala's evidence when he said it had a will in it? This time he was trying to convince the defense that he never had that evidence of the DNA being mentioned in court. It's a lot of them. 375 is always acting amazed about it. Doesn't know. It's just by Mars. Like he doesn't care. And then the rudeness that is being shown to the defense lawyers. Remember, he told Ministry to sit down. And Ministry said, why? He said, because I'm the judge. Once again told Advocate Msololo, sit down. If you think you can take this case, you can take it, I will recuse myself. I have no problem recusing myself. Now, after watching all this, tell me what you think about Judge Ntamokotli. Also, there's a petition that's going around, that's doing rounds. I also flagged it on 2 of my videos, the link to that. Going straight to RATHA, complaining about RATHA. Tell me if you think Judge RATHA is fair.
On the first page of the statement, paragraph 2, the statement deals with the witnesses. The witnesses stated that one of the suspects was carrying a firearm purporting
to be a revolver.
There.
Do you see that, ma'am?
I see my lord.
Ngiyabona ke la kubhalwe khona ukuthi ke ofakazi bashilo noma basho ke ukuthi omunye umsola noma ke omunye wabasolwa ke wayephethe isibhamu ke esasibuke okay. Okay. Wayephethe isibhamu ekwakubukeka noma sasibukeka ngathi ke i-revolver.
And this statement was commissioned by you, and may I put it to you that there's a difference between a revolver and a 9mm, as I've indicated. This statement was commissioned by you, made by Brigadier Kininda, who stated expressly that the witnesses stated that they saw a revolver.
No, it doesn't say that. It says you saw a firearm purporting.
Purporting, yes.
If you check the word purporting,
yes,
it means there's no certainty.
Yes, but
yes. No, I'm just saying.
I understand. There's no certainty.
Yes, whether it was what.
That's correct.
That's it.
Yes.
So you can't put it as a fact to this witness that the witnesses said one of the witnesses was definitely carrying a revolver.
But what is important, my lord, is to draw a distinction between a revolver and a 9mm.
Yeah, fine. There's no problem with that.
Even if a statement might be purported, that's an assumption of this witness.
Yes.
But now, a proper description has been given
by
that guy from Devon, Madlala, to say he described that firearm as a witness.
I'm not aware of that evidence.
Sorry?
I'm not aware of the
I'll
evidence.
refer the
of
court
Madlala.
after lunch.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, I've got that evidence by Tumelo Madlala.
Okay.
He even described that firearm as having a wheel in the middle.
No, fine.
Yes. Hence, I'm saying the person, the author of this document, was given an information that it purported to be a revolver because that person might have a knowledge as to a distinction between a 9mm and a revolver.
And I'm about to leave. Before I leave, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Next, I'll probably be dropping just a little background and some pics on the lead investigator, Brigadier Gidinda, and the fried chicken lady, Sergeant Khor. They're on the internet. I didn't dig anything out from nobody's private, whatever. They're there. I can even share the link so you can even check it out yourself. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Conversation and simple flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stop with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I just kill it. I take records, cut them and make Mona Lisas. Art pieces, I'm that fish, I'm that sick. Conversation, simple flipping, I'm live with it. A real magician talking ish, painting live pictures. Stop tripping and start clicking the like button. I take news, analyzing, expose crime patterns. To share, remix, comment, you gotta subscribe. Have my numbers through the roof, yeah, it's back wild. Thank you for your PayPals and your super chat. Hit the bell, notify when we drop next. Conversation and simple flipping, we live with it. Art pieces, I die silks, I die fish. Conversation and simple flipping, I'm live with it. Conversation with them die bitches. Conversation and simple flipping, die bitch. Yeah, I'm die. Conversation and simple flipping, we live with it. Conversation and simple flipping, I'm live with it. Art pieces, I die sick with them die bitches. Conversation and simple flipping, we live with it. I'm kinda different, yeah. We live with it.